You all ready?
I think so.
You look like you're sort of shorter.
Right, yeah.
Shane's shorter. She's sat on the stool while I got the chair. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, everyone.
And welcome to the boat. We don't do that many videos from the boat, do we?
No, we're usually outside doing stuff.
We've had a bit of a funny week. Shane's been a little bit off kilter. I've had a bit of a coldy thing.
Yeah.
So she's had a few days in bed, bless her. Oh. You'll get there though, won't you?
Me vertigo hit me this week. Yeah. So it's been a bit of a shock. I'm still quite dizzy, so if I don't make much sense today, you'll know why.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much to all those that watched the video last week. The little 35 gram boat. A lot of people enjoyed that, didn't they?
Yeah, and it sold.
It did sell. It sold the day after.
Yeah.
Whether it was one of you guys or not, we don't know. But,
but that's great.
Yeah.
So somebody's got themselves a cute little boat there.
But lots of people enjoyed the video, and lots of people sort of said that they was going to show it to their partner, whether it's their wife or husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they was trying to sell them the lifestyle, weren't they? Basically.
Yeah, that is quite often the way, isn't it? That one person is really into being on a narrowboat, but their partner quite often is not quite so convinced.
So sure, yeah.
So they do watch a lot of YouTube vloggers and everything, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like we did.
Yes.
That was how we started, wasn't it?
So today we're going to give you 5 reasons why you definitely should buy yourself a narrowboat, aren't we?
Yes.
And the first one, I kind of came up with this one. We've both gone through the list and sort of had a bits and bobs, but I came up with the word community. And it's quite a big one, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's a massive community being on the canals. You've got all the boaters, all the people that use the towpath, all the businesses that are kind of lining the canal. And generally they're all lovely, lovely people.
Yeah, it's actually amazing how many people that aren't boaters, that are just perhaps taking the dog for a walk or they're on a bike ride or whatever. Yeah. They'll stop and talk to you and ask you all sorts of questions.
Everybody says hello.
Yeah.
Gives you a wave. It's just
So there's that side of it. Then obviously there's the people who are on boats, and very often you'll moor up and somebody will moor up in front or behind or whatever, or they're already there, and they'll pop out, say hello, won't they? Hi, where you going, what you doing, that kind of thing. Offering their own advice, whether you want
it or not.
Yeah, whether you want it or not.
But all meant in the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. With the best of intentions.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just really nice. People, mostly I'd say 9.9 times out of 10 are friendly. Yes, you get the odd person,
like you do everywhere, but I just always say to people, if somebody's had a grumble, you've probably made their day, and that will keep them going for a while.
Yeah, sure. There's also a secondary bit to it for us, because obviously we're roving traders.
Yes, we love people.
We travel to various markets, festivals and whatever, and that means kind of meeting back up with the same guys sort of time after time, doesn't it? So you kind of become like good friends as well as just kind of part of the community, which is really nice, isn't it? So that's the first one, community. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then this is probably the lifestyle for you. Number two. Oh, I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm sort of...
It says nature and outdoors. So the whole part of being on a narrowboat and wanting to be on a narrowboat is the chance to live more outdoors. When you're in a house, you might have your garden and everything, but on a narrowboat you have to get outside and you have to do jobs and you have to go and just do things in your daily life, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
And part of being outdoors is the nature. You get to see so much wildlife, the farm animals, the kingfishers, the otters, birds of prey. There's all that sort of thing.
We see the standard things like you would see in a car, the horses, the cows and the sheep, but we do see the other bits that we're like, oh wow.
Kingfishers always get everybody's attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never really focus on them, you just see the blue and then they've gone.
Yeah.
And the views, just being out in the countryside, it's good for your mind, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is, yeah. We said at the start, we're doing this from inside the narrowboat. It's not something we normally do. We're normally outside, but it's just how the week's been. But it is a very much a get out there, life. Outdoorsy thing. Yeah. All weathers. Get your coat on.
Just get yourself the right gear, and then it doesn't matter whether it's wet or cold. You got the right gear on. Then
in fact, some of the nicest times we've kind of woken up and cruised have been on that really foggy, crispy,
cold morning,
icy morning, hasn't it? And
because hardly anybody else is around. And I think if you've got pets, if you've got a dog, I mean, we've got towels that we have in the bow, so we're just all ready to dry him down before he comes on the boat. So it's just about being a bit prepared, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good. Okay, on to number 3, which is one that we always get, and that's cost. And I can categorically say we know people who live on boats, we know people who live in houses.
We used to live in a flat.
And we used to live, obviously, and it is cheaper. I don't care what anybody says. If you've managed to buy your boat
outright,
whether it's a 35k boat or a 50k boat or 100k boat, and you bought it, it is absolutely cheaper to live on a boat, isn't it? Yeah.
You still have your bills. If something breaks, you've got to fix it. But the same in a house or a flat, you have service charges to pay. You might have to fix your roof. The guttering might go. There's obviously bills in everything that you do. And they usually come unexpectedly, and you haven't got the money to pay for them. But that's just across the board, really. You just kind of deal with things as they come up.
I mean, you mentioned we lived in a flat, and one of our biggest bugbears, apart from paying the mortgage and gas and electric and everything else, and council tax, was the service charge.
Just goes up and up and up every year.
I think it started about 180 and ended up just every year it went up, didn't it?
And that's what kind of it made it unaffordable for us. And we worked full time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Standard paid jobs, you know. And it kind of priced us out being able to live in bricks and mortar, which is why we started looking at alternatives. So for us, our income is less, but our outgoings are less. The cost is for us, for a lot of people, would probably be better. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says, and I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments. But it's definitely, I can tell
everybody has bills. Wherever you are, you've got bills that need paying.
Okay. Cost, we'll skirt past that because everybody either loves it or hates it, if you know what I mean. Number 4, I've called it quirky bits. I don't know if that's the right thing.
We like quirky. We're quite quirky.
Some of the things that we see next to the canal, we absolutely love, or I do, and I'm sure we both like different things.
Yeah. People decorate their gardens with all sorts of things. You get mannequins, you get artworks, art installations on some of them. They're a whole big thing,
There's one that's just sprung to mind, and it's called Charity Wharf. As you're heading towards the Ashby Canal on the Oxford from this side, and they've got like Stig in there, haven't they? And a whole playground with sort of figures in it. And some people go past and they're like, "Oh, you mention it to them," and they absolutely hate it. And then you've got some people who say, "Oh yeah, it's great. It's just somebody having a bit of fun with the land."
Expressing themselves.
Another one that springs to mind. I don't know if it was this year, but the secret bunker. The nuclear bunker.
Yeah, it was this summer. That was a lovely little thing. It's a little mooring. You just walk a little bit through the countryside and you come to a secret bunker that we wouldn't have visited if we hadn't been on the canals.
And there's a video on it actually. If you go a few videos back, you'll see it's called Shh. But all the quirky little things.
Shops, just funny little independent shops as well.
Gongoozler's Rest is another sort of quick little narrowboat cafe that everybody goes to visit in Braunston, and we've frequented it frequently.
We like
shall we
it
say.
there.
So the little quirky bits, the bits that you don't normally see, when you're driving around or walking around that are next to the canal. It's probably one of my favourite things, I think. Anything else to add
different.
To that? No.
I can't a bit dizzy.
The quirky bits. Number 5, I guess it kind of goes back to cost, but it's about sort of more eco and off-grid. So we've got solar panels, we've got lithium batteries. Our cooker and heating does run off gas, so we do buy gas bottles.
We do.
But generally, we're more aware of what we're using, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely, because you don't want to use it all up too quickly. So the The water we use less of, so when you're brushing your teeth, you turn the tap off.
Yeah.
When you're washing up, you don't need half as much water as you do, when you're in a house, what you'd use.
Yeah.
In the summer, I will turn the shower off in between soaping down. Not so much in the winter, because, well, you might, but I don't.
Did you today?
No, I did not. I had a lovely hot shower today.
I still do.
Not in the cold.
Yeah.
And also cooking as well. You find quicker ways of cooking things, so you don't use your gas up so much.
Yeah.
Heating the water, you tend to time it from when you've had a cruise, because when you run the engine, as well as your propulsion making you move, it also heats your water up.
Yeah.
So kind of timing your showers at the end of the day rather than at the beginning.
Actually, the hot water from running the engine is lovely, isn't it?
It is much hotter from the gas.
It tends to stay hotter for
it does.
up to 2 days sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of free hot water. I know, yes, you're using diesel, and I know people can say, but we're cruising anyway.
We think our footprint's smaller. We try and do our best, and it's nice to think that you are making a difference and a bit of an effort.
Yeah, we generate our own electricity. With the solar and the batteries, which was...
We're working out at the moment over winter how much that actually helps us, aren't we? Because obviously in the summer you've got lots of sun to use on your solar, and in the winter you don't.
Yeah.
But also in the summer you're cruising more, so you tend to charge your batteries from your cruising time as well. So when you actually need it in the summer,
absolutely.
When you actually need it in the winter, you've got less opportunity to use it. So we're working out.
I mean, in the summer, I know we have 2 gas bottles in the bow there, but I don't think we even use one through the whole summer, to be honest with you. We don't put the heating on, we don't put the hot water on.
Yeah, it's just food, just cooking.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of cooking, and they last forever, it seems.
Yeah.
Obviously in the winter it's a little bit of a different thing, but yeah, that whole kind of eco off-grid thing is kind of a big thing for us, and it's something that we'll keep pursuing
and keep working at. It's something that you find different ways all the time and different products and things, so it's an evolving thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we've only got 350 or 400 watts of solar on the roof, and I don't think they're the most efficient in the winter, and I know there are panels that you can buy which are, and I've spoken to people about various things, and it may be that we add another panel for the winter. When funds allow, kind of thing. But yeah, it's just nice to be not plugged in constantly and creating the resources that you need, and I think it does definitely gives you a smaller footprint, as they call it, doesn't it? To being off-grid. So there we go, that's our 5 things why we think you should buy a Narrowboat. Have you got anything else to add?
Not along those lines.
Okay.
Just to say that we are still making products. Christmas is coming. We've got our website, nomadicrafts.co.uk, where you can go over and have a little look at what we sell there. Need to buy things in time for Christmas, obviously, because we've got posts, and that all slows down over Christmas. So the earlier you get things, the better.
Yeah. We've got some macrame on the go back here, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got loads of projects on the go. I've been making a vertigo blanket, haven't I, this week? Because I can't sit and do nothing, so I've just been doing quite a simple little design. Just a nice little stripe. So that's now called my vertigo blanket. Yeah. So that'll be available at some stage.
Again, we did do a video on how we make money on the Narrowboat a few videos back, if you want to go back and watch that. But we're very much into these sort of crafts and things, and that is so Christmas is coming. If you do need a nice gift for anybody, please have a look. Nomadicrafts.co.uk, Shane said.
Yes.
And
did I get that right?
I think so.
It's a miracle.
It sounded right. Anyway, guys, a little short video for you this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below. I'm sure loads of you are saying, but what about this? What about that? If you're a boater and you've got any good reasons that we've not mentioned that you live on a narrowboat, please put them in the comments below so everybody else can read them. And that'd be good. And if you've got any questions on any of those and you're not on a boat, please just get in touch, because we love chatting to folks, don't we?
We do. Yeah. Just leave a message in the comments.
Yeah.
Find us on Instagram.
Yeah. And if you'd like to support us, Ko-fi, the links in below. That always helps.
Yeah, but watching our videos all the way through and liking and subscribing and all that really helps.
Absolutely. That's it then, guys, I think, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I need to go and lie down again.
We'll be back.
It's way too long sitting upright.
We'll hopefully be back again next week, providing that we're both feeling a little bit better.
And a bit more with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see you all soon. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.